2023 has had a lot of ups and downs, both in the music world and in the whole global world, both political, everything. But the music world has a lot of lows, a lot of low lows. And we're going to start with Trippie Redd because, honestly, even though he's not really high on this list, he's kind of the one that pisses me off the most. So we're going to start off with Mansion Music by Trippie Redd, and I hate this album with a passion. This album sucks. The production on it is good, but it's not mind-blowing, and I don't like the whole rock. There's some rappers that just can't do rock-influenced music. Like, they just can't. That Nightcrawler song with Juice WRLD is not good. I don't care what anybody says. And when you look at this album on paper, it should be good, because the features are through the roof. There's Trav, there's Future twice, Lil Baby, Juice WRLD. This album should be good, but it's just not. It's underwhelming. It's just dog shit. It really is. I find it dog shit. Alright, and next up we got Shrem 4 by Rae Sremmurd, and I've never been the really biggest fan of Rae Sremmurd. They have some songs that I really like, and I don't hate them, but this album is not good. It's not good. I can totally understand why people liked Shrem 1, even 2, hell, even 3, but this one I don't understand, because it's like this. Like I said, I've never been the biggest fan of Rae Sremmurd, but I can totally tell they have chemistry. On this, it's nowhere to be found. I like a few songs from this tape that I still listen to. The one with Young Thug was really fire. Mississippi Slide is pretty good, but it just feels like their whole chemistry is just not here on this album. And they're brothers, so, like, you would expect them not to really, like, I don't know, like, not show up with their chemistry, but I don't know, man. I didn't really care for it. The production was also nothing that crazy either. It was just your typical sounding Rae Sremmurd album, but nonetheless, this album was not that good, in my opinion. Next up, we got Since I Have a Lover by Black, and this album, man, it pains me to put this on here because I really like Black and his music, but this album is not it. This album took a little bit to drop, but, like, it still felt rushed for some reason. And the features, other than Don Toliver and Wale, did not execute and do their job at all. And I also felt like Black felt a little, like, distant from this album. Like, I don't know, even the solo songs by him, I don't know, it feels like he's just not there. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but this album just was not a good listen for me. The songs that I do have added, I do still listen to and I still bump, but I was really disappointed in this album because I was really expecting this to be good. Now we're at Sia by Wiz Khalifa, and this one really pains me to put on here because Wiz Khalifa is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I think he's a better Snoop Dogg. No disrespect to Snoop Dogg, obviously, because Snoop Dogg's a GOAT, and obviously if there was no Snoop Dogg, there would be no Wiz Khalifa, but I think Wiz Khalifa is a lot better than Snoop Dogg, honestly. But this album sucked. This one was pure dog water. There is no songs I have added from this album. And it really pains me to say that because I usually like at least half the album. I know his most recent work hasn't been the best, but Multiverse was pretty damn solid. So I thought this mixtape, or at least album, would be solid. But it's not, man. It's dog water. And it really pains me to say that. The production's all over the place, and like Wiz Khalifa's just doing whatever the hell he wants on here, and more power to him, but it just does not sound good. And I never thought I'd say this, but he laughs way too much on this album. I never thought I'd say that, but he laughs too much on this album, and that's just crazy to me because I never thought I'd get tired of a Wiz Khalifa laugh. This one is probably going to get me a ton of hate, but I really don't care. I respect the living hell out of Yachty for putting this album out because I heard that he's been wanting to make this kind of music for the longest time, but has felt self-conscious about it. So I'm glad he finally feels confident enough to make the music that he wants to make, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. But in my personal opinion, this album is not good. It is not good. Some rappers cannot tackle alternative, and I do not think Yachty is one of the rare ones that can. I don't think Yachty did good tackling alternative music. I like Paint the Sky, The Alchemist, and I think a couple other songs, but this album as a whole is just not good for me. And I'm also kind of pissed that this is the album that made everyone love Yachty. Like, people didn't respect him as a rapper, but they respect him as an alternative artist. That's just crazy to me, because yeah, Lil Yachty not the best rapper, and he definitely doesn't have the best discography, but I actually don't think he's a bad rapper at all. I actually enjoy Lil Boat 2. I enjoyed Nothing to Prove, and yeah, man, I don't think this album is good. I hope that he makes another alternative album, and I hope I like that one better than this one, but I don't like Let's Start Here. I don't think it's good, and more power to you if you like this album. And like I said, I respect the living hell for Yachty to putting this out, because it sounds like this is the music that he wanted to make, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So, alright, those were my worst albums of 2023. Let me know if y'all liked the video. Like, subscribe, comment, and please follow my Twitter. Thank you very much. Have a good day.